Hey guys,
Hi.
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Do you like Thanksgiving?
I am okay with it.
The food's disgusting.
Well, for me, it's not. I like turkey.
You do?
Yeah, I get, but for me, I think my family loves to just kind of hang out, like in a living room somewhere.
I like that part. I enjoy the family, everyone together part.
Yeah.
The food of Thanksgiving, like whatever the Pilgrims and the Indians and whoever else was there that day,
Yeah.
whatever they liked is disgusting.
Here's the question. Do you think one day Thanksgiving gets canceled?
No.
I feel like in woke culture, and that we're so hip to canceling things, I just feel like, a holiday where the Pilgrims celebrated with the Indians before they slaughtered them and took their land could be a touchy subject.
You would think, but I think because it's an excuse that families get together, it's pretty sacred.
Okay, how about another thing? Do you think that Gen Z, I feel like a lot of these holidays could go by the wayside?
I don't think the holiday will go. I think the menu will change. I think the future generations, like I don't eat meat. Obviously, we do lasagna. That's like our main dish. But when I look, like I can appreciate and I understand why like carne asada looks good or a steak. When I look at Thanksgiving food, it literally looks disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
I don't relate.
It's dry. It's bland. I don't even understand.
I think that's bubble talk.
That's fine.
Well, that's just vegetarian talk.
No, but I don't. But when I look at a steak, I understand it.
Yeah.
No,
that's fine.
people love the turkey. People love stuffing.
Turkey.
And then you get like some corn, like
Yeah,
things,
people
and
wanna stuff
whatever-
themselves.
Whatever Aunt Cheryl cooked up, And
Well,
Dad,
here's-
if you're listening to this right now and I'm in the room, I'm sorry for whatever. Because my dad listens to every episode and we're going to be together.
I know.
So-
So are we going to have this big moment, the official?
Hey, let's hope. Dan, did you pack my recorder? Dan packed my handy recorder.
Okay.
I think the big key is I'm going to have to like pull him aside to another room
Yeah.
because the house is pretty you just hear us.
Yeah. It has to be a private conversation. It can't be
Yeah.
like the whole family in on it.
Yes, I have to pull him aside and get my 60 minutes on.
Yeah.
And get to the bottom of how a dad feels about all the things that we talk about.
A lot
Yeah.
of pressing isures.
lot of
I'm really
pressing
curious. I think he's going to end up being a recurring guest.
I hope so. We could also do call-ins.
Yeah.
You
That'd
know?
be amazing.
Because he does every episode now. And he's the one who, I don't know if it's true or not, but he broke the news to me that Michael Bloomberg won't be able to participate in the debates if he's not planning on taking outside money.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that.
Yeah.
So he could teach us a thing or two.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting.
Do you have any facts about Thanksgiving? What is it more than just a celebration before the slaughter of the Indians?
So 1621 was the first year of the Thanksgiving.
Yep.
October 3rd, 1863, it became a national holiday.
Took a while.
Yeah.
What happened? They were like, I remember 200 years ago when that thing happened?
Here's the
We should do that again.
Yeah, we should do that again. Average number of calories is 3,000 to 4,500. 3,000 to 4,500.
In the meal?
Yeah. That seems light. I feel like people are eating like 8,000 calories.
That's absurd. 4,500 calories is insane.
The average person, that's probably right.
Is that for the whole day?
Yeah.
Just a meal.
On Thanksgiving. I think it's the whole day.
Oh, no.
Pete's doing 10,000.
Oh, I'm
Pete's hitting
easily.
10,000.
I'm tapping.
What
10
time
easily.
do you start Thanksgiving out in Wisconsin?
9 a.m.
They say you grab yourself a beer at 9 a.m. You get that day going.
It's just a trough of food.
Yeah,
You
it's
stick
just
your
like
hand
scooping
in.
your hand and like, oh, I don't know, I think I got some mashed potatoes in here. And just eat like snowballs of
Do you know
turkey.
how long it takes the average male to burn 4,500 calories?
5
10
days.
hours.
10 hours and 33 minutes.
Yeah.
9% of Americans eat their Thanksgiving meal at a restaurant. I think that number is going to pick up. I don't think millennials and Gen Zers want to sit and waste 4 hours cooking.
I think millennials and Gen Zers, Friendsgiving is the new thing. I think
Yeah.
in 10 years, you don't even hear the word Thanksgiving, you hear Friendsgiving.
Because they're being politically correct?
I think there's a little bit of like, you know what, it's fucked up that we celebrate this holiday and this is the day the white man, slaughtered people. And I think that it's more about friends and social media and, you know what I'm saying? This is the social media generation. So like, it's not cool to post like Aunt Betty You know what I mean? Like, you wanna post
Friendsgiving
your
is like
homies.
very hot. I think Friendsgiving, at least from what I noticed, because no one invited me to a Friendsgiving, I think is like a single thing.
It's a telling sign.
Well, it's a not having a family thing.
Yeah.
Like kids.
Like younger, or I think if you're single, you're going to Friendsgiving.
I think it's just a younger thing.
But you have kids and in-laws, you can't.
Yeah.
Because you have to do that.
No, but Friendsgiving is usually the week before. Like everyone, like I'm sure.
I used to go to Friendsgivings.
Yeah, then you got married and had a kid.
Almost every one of my
Oh,
friends
God.
had Friendsgiving this year.
Really?
There's like a bunch of them, yeah.
But are they all like unmarried, no kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's
just
the
a
thing.
younger thing.
Yeah, it's like when you have a group of 15 friends that hang out every weekend.
But my call is those people will continue
fuck
to
their
do
families?
that as they get older.
Yeah, but how are they going to get away from their families?
I don't think that same way owning a house isn't as desirable.
Getting rid of your family?
Yeah, I don't think sitting around with your grandma and grandpa, aunts, uncles, in-laws. I think it's going to phase out.
So you think we're the last generation that's going to carry that tradition?
I do.
I don't know, because Thanksgiving's still a big Instagram thing. Like, if you see on Thursday, what % of your followers are going to post a picture of their food?
For sure, but I'm just saying that they're not going to post a photo of Aunt Betty. But everyone at Friendsgiving is posting their crew.
But guess what?
True.
Like, everyone becomes Aunt Betty.
Yeah,
yeah,
everyone's
but,
Aunt Betty.
but when Gen
We're all
Z,
just Aunt
when
Bettys.
Gen Z, when
I'm just
young,
the first one to.
when young Bethany becomes Aunt Betty, the Gen Zer, who now is whatever, she's not hanging out. It's already part of the culture.
She's like,
She's hanging out with her squad, gang.
yeah, but Gang has kids and
Yeah, but
brothers
Gang
and
Gang,
sisters
they
with
just
other
link up.
kids.
Yo, gang.
So it's just gang with the kids. Aunt Betty, Uncle Mike, they're all just hanging out, gang. But like the whole family thing is kind of phased out. And we're not even sure if we like it anyway because this is a questionable holiday. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because canceled,
Yeah.
you know? We don't support this weird white dominance.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Cancel it.
So I'm just saying maybe enjoy this Thanksgiving because it might be one of the last.
Here's the most interesting of the statistics. 53% of people planning to celebrate Thanksgiving are dreading having to talk politics. Only 53%. That means 47% are walking in. I can't wait to talk
Guns
politics with my
blazing.
family.
I think that number sounds right. I think half the people want to go in and say, fuck your bubble talk or fuck your wall. And then the
Yeah.
other half are like, I don't want any
The
part
other
of
half are
this.
doing Friendsgivings.
Yeah.
Or they're all Democrats.
Yeah.
And there's going to be like, that Elizabeth Warren.
I'll tell you the biggest
Interesting.
opportunity continues to be on all these fake holidays that we celebrate is 16 million Thanksgiving greeting cards are exchanged. 16 million people
How
are
many
buying
of those are
Thanksgiving.
digitally?
What?
How many of that's digital, though?
Don't you think
No,
that's
physical
really
greeting
disruptible?
cards.
That just seems like one of the most disruptible things to me.
No, I think it's actually the biggest opportunity. I think people enjoy giving cards to other people and receiving them.
But at what instance do you go to a Thanksgiving and you give somebody a card?
No, you mail it.
We already probably got one from my in-laws. I guarantee we got 2 cards already.
Yeah, you're mailing it, though.
That's the point.
Do you guys watch football?
Sounds stupid. What else?
Do you guys
I
watch
do.
football?
I mean, I will be because I'll be sitting in a damn living room.
Do you watch the Macy's Day Parade?
I'll be
No.
doing that too, unfortunately.
Um,
Aunt Cheryl and good old Mom Terry love the Macy's Day Parade.
if the Macy's Day Parade is still a successful business for Macy's, why doesn't like Amazon do a parade?
I
Is
don't
it?
believe that it is.
Yeah, I don't believe it's successful.
I think it's just one of those things that's
It's just
been happening for
ingrained.
so long.
3.5 million spectators attend. It is a big marketing moment for Macy's.
I think people want to just
Yeah,
get
look-
out of the house and see a parade. I don't think they give a shit that it's
They don't shop
branded
because
Macy's.
of it.
50 million estimated TV viewers. That's nuts.
No,
no
one's
one's
going to
shopping.
a Macy's.
Maybe
Look
these
what's
people
happening
are.
to Macy's while their parade has 50
Macy's
million
is one of
viewers.
the retailers like, hey, we're going to have a soft Black Friday because no one who's watching the parade's going into the store.
Yeah.
Here's some sad news.
Oh, no.
433 people are estimated to die through a traffic fatality this weekend.
That seems like a normal weekend.
49,000 people will be in car crashes.
Well, what's
Injured
the
in a car
normal
crash.
number? What's up from what? That's what I need to know to feel bad.
What
Yeah.
happened last weekend?
I don't know.
What happens on July 4th? 152,000.
Yeah, July 4th is a scary day to drive.
Yeah.
$19 million of property loss caused by residential building fires.
Oh, because all those turkeys? Yeah. That's probably the biggest uptick.
5 people are estimated to die due to Thanksgiving house fire.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, put on your running shoes, okay?
Get out of there.
Just maybe we could save a few lives.
All right, what are you thankful for?
Me?
Yeah, both you guys.
I'm thankful for our audience.
Okay. Why?
Yeah. Because I think it's really cool that there's this audience of people that are truly, some very, very successful, some just getting started, some good friends of ours, some complete strangers, all seem very much on the same page. I've never had like a truly like really annoying or disrespectful or obnoxious group chat listener, which is really interesting because
Not like Fantasy Factory fans.
I dealt with that early on. 19-year-old drama with Robin Big fans coming every which way was a little different.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful for that.
That's nice.
That's good.
Okay.
Anand?
I'm thankful to my friends and family.
Why?
I think.
You didn't get invited to any Friendsgivings, did you?
So
No.
just your family.
So it's just
no,
your
I'm aged out. Friendsgiving was 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
you're
You don't know one person who had a Friendsgiving that you didn't get invited to?
Correct.
Did Anthony have a Friendsgiving?
No.
You're washed up. You guys are washed.
Washed.
Yeah. Okay. Why are you thankful to?
No, I just think when you just reflect on your life, whether you're going through good stuff or bad stuff, having support from your friends and family, you realize they're super important.
Yep.
And I feel like I have a good foundation, and I'm very thankful for that.
And I'd like to double yours and say thanks back to our audience for raising all that money.
Yeah.
How cool was that?
That was really
special.
cool.
You know what I mean? The fact that when you're
43,000.
going through like something real and people really turn out like that and hand over money. So thanks again, audience.
That's amazing.
Dee?
I'm thankful for my wife.
Okay, how come?
She, has to put up with me daily.
You know what? I'm thankful for her too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is not easy.
We need to have a moment of
about us?
appreciation.
Yeah. At least there's financial upside for you guys, not for her.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm thankful for her. She puts in raising a child. I'm sure that a lot of the parents can understand. It's a heavy burden, specifically on the woman. And so I appreciate that effort and appreciate the home she's built for us because it's quite nice.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
It's nice on the gram.
It's nice on the gram. It's just more of like everything, like, coming home and just having like this domesticated life is actually quite nice.
Well, look at you, all settled down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All settled down and washed up.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Side note that I noticed, are we done with Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay, thank you to you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for being my friends.
Yeah.
And
Thank you
my,
for your service.
Thank you so much. Did you guys see, we forgot to mention it, Spotify is officially doing an awards show
Wow.
based on data.
That's amazing.
So best new album, most streams, blah, 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 but data, not some phony old
wow.
group of people.
That's really
I didn't
cool.
hear about that.
Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
we should really
When's that
celebrate
gonna come
that.
out next year?
I don't. Yeah, it has to be next year, but we should celebrate. That's something that we have pushed for.
Yeah.
And
I
they're
like
finally.
that.
And you know what else I noticed that we kind of alluded to, but it's just true is I want my award shows based on fact.
Yeah.
And data, not the opinion of some academy that I don't know,
That's fair.
or some Teen Choice Award 14-year-olds voted.
Yeah.
Okay, the only other piece of exciting news that I have to tell everyone about is I have one of these phone numbers. You see everyone like saying, hey, text me for updates and for whatever. I got one.
Okay.
And so the number is 323-218-7546. Now, I had a bunch of meetings about this because everyone keeps thinking it's like some sort of scam or there's some sort of catch.
You're stealing their data.
Something, right?
Yeah.
But I had a bunch of meetings. It is in no way, shape, or form that. It's a new style of communicating with fans, different than Instagram, Twitter, that type
Instead
of
of
stuff.
a mail.
Instead of mail, instead of like a crappy newsletter, whatever.
Shots fired.
That was not a shot at Taylor. I'm saying like instead of like me drama, having a newsletter like, hey guys, welcome to Monday morning. Let me tell you what's inspiring me today, right? It's a way to connect, and it really does like text individual people, and then it gives you like I know who they are. So I know it's Tom, who's 22 in Nebraska, and he likes skateboarding and whatever.
That's cool.
And it allows me to also break out and text only like group chat listeners or certain people, and I can respond to people one-on-one and all that stuff. So
Okay,
if you're
I'll
a group
sign
chat
up.
listener and you want to be added to my little list here where I talk about all things group chat, 323-218-7546.
Okay. I'll sign
Say it
up.
one more time.
323. I got to memorize it. 323-218-7546.
Okay.
Holler at your boy.
Okay. What are you going to say?
I'm going to be like, yo, what's good? Happy Thanksgiving. How's Aunt Betty?
If your first text is Happy Thanksgiving, I'm canceling.
I'm going to say, have you had a debate about Colin Kaepernick, Donald Trump, or racism yet today?
Yes.
Yes or no?
I like that.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, you ready to get in some news? Let's talk Disney.
Yes,
On fire.
completely.
So they just launched Disney Plus. That's been all over the news. That's had insane signups. But also, I wanted to talk about Frozen 2. Frozen 2 is a record-breaking release, and it looks like it's already done $350 million at the box office. Have you watched Frozen with Dom? Is that a thing
No, we haven't watched a movie yet.
at all?
No movies.
He doesn't know movies exist.
No. So the only thing he watches is on YouTube. It's called Blippi.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you know the scandal about Blippi?
No. Is he rapey?
Blippi had a video. Is it Blippi? Do you guys know this? Blippi used to be like a YouTube prankster, and he has a video of him pooping on another guy.
Oh wow.
Blippi's canceled.
Blippi might be canceled.
I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
It's
Well, I don't
really
want to see it
brutal.
now because I have to see Blippi a lot.
You're going to look at Blippi a lot differently
So
now.
Blippi's the only thing. The other day when I was turning on the TV to watch football, he goes, "I want to see that guy. I want to see that guy." And I'm just trying to figure out. There's like all these movie titles on Apple TV or whatever, and then I just narrowed it down. Stuart Little. Stuart Little has caught his eye. Frozen has not.
Because of just advertisements that he's
No,
seen?
he just looks at Stuart Little and goes, "I want to know who that guy is."
But
Okay.
Frozen's like pretty girly, right?
Yeah.
It is Blippi, just for the record.
It is.
It
Blippi.
is.
So he's
Blippi.
a creep.
Yeah, he did a Harlem Shake video, and he literally, his friend laid on the ground, he pooped all over him.
Oh my
It's a
god.
little
They've tried to
unsettling.
hide it.
Blippi is doing right now a stadium tour.
Yep.
That is nuts.
He's
You're
just...
sitting here trying to cancel Thanksgiving. Why don't we start with Blippi?
Yeah.
Blippi's canceled in my world. I've never watched a Blippi video.
Oh, that's going to be devastating for everyone I know that has kids.
Yep. Okay, so...
Disney can't do no wrong.
Yeah.
Frozen is the biggest movie of the year. 350 million opening weekend. The Frozen 1 did 110. This is already, obviously, it's a sequel for one of the, probably the biggest thing Disney's done in the last decade.
Yep.
It'll continue to get bigger and bigger because this is Thanksgiving weekend. Families are going to go watch it. Going into the holidays, it's just going to get bigger. Couple that with Disney Plus launching,
Yep.
which is the #1 app, which is getting 15 million downloads, I think, in the last couple weeks.
Yep.
Add to the fact the most streamed show in the world right now is The Mandalorian, which is some Star Wars spin-off television show.
Is that just on the app?
Yeah.
And that's like a ties into the Star Wars story.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're a super
like a
diehard, yeah.
It's a spin-off.
And that beats Stranger Things.
That is now, for the last whatever few months, it is now the #1 most streamed show. Stranger Things is like 2, and then all these other Netflix shows. I mean, Disney, it's not really out of nowhere, but like they entered the streaming game just recently. They have the biggest movie. They own Fox, which is, sports and Super Bowl, the ads that they're selling out. I mean, the business is just on fire.
Yep. Yeah, I just can't believe like that they were able to so flawlessly. But I guess that's what happens when you take the time. It took them a long time.
Right.
They were late, quote unquote. They took the time, they did it right, and they have such a catalog of iconic, like you just can't beat their catalog.
No.
And what they have and Mandalorian and all these things, like there's so many people tied into these stories over lifetimes.
Yeah.
And Marvel. Think
Yeah.
about all the people that are just obsessed with Marvel.
Star Wars, Marvel, Frozen, this, that. It's just out of control.
Are you watching Blippi? Isn't it?
man.
It's insane.
I just
man.
watched him shit all over.
Okay, I don't want to see this. Poor Dom.
Disgusting.
Blippi is canceled, man.
That was
yeah.
runny as hell.
Holy
that was
cow.
dirty. I've done a lot of weird things in my life, but that's pretty fucked up.
Okay, I don't
You
want to
see
see
that?
this.
You see
No,
those reactions?
I don't want to see it.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
if you're shocking Pete, it's got to be pretty bad.
We need a reaction shot. Don't show, I've already seen it.
Should I not show him?
Show it to these guys.
All right.
You guys have to watch it. It's for the content.
Okay.
Okay, here's a live reaction of the Murthys finding out about the true Blippi.
Full screen it.
Holy shit.
This is the guy you guys watch?
Yep.
Yeah.
You recognize him?
Yeah.
Watch.
He's the other guy coming in.
Oh.
Oh my God! This is insane.
That's your boy Blippi.
That's Blippi?
Yep.
This guy's doing stadium tours?
Yes.
To kids.
To kids.
Oh my God.
Show Dom
That is the most insane
My
thing.
God.
I've
That's not
ever-
a prank. That's sickness.
But Blippi's just hungry for fame, you know?
Yeah,
he was willing to do anything.
Oh my
and he
God.
found his niche.
That's disgusting.
So just to go back to Disney, Disney has a $273 billion market cap.
Yep.
Apple has a $1.19 trillion market cap.
It's
Should they
good.
just buy Disney?
They won't. They won't.
They should. Yeah, they should. I'm telling you, that's what Bob Iger said in the book, is that there was a good chance if they were alive, they would have. If Steve Jobs was alive.
I don't think they do it today.
It's only
But-
20% of their market cap.
Yeah, I just don't think they do it.
Cheap.
It is cheap, but they won't do it. But I think Disney's $1 trillion company over the next.
It's
15
$1 trillion.
But
years.
who would even sell it? Like, would they even sell it? Why would you even?
I mean, you got hostile takeover. If you offer $500 billion for the company, they'll have no choice. Shareholders will be
Yeah,
like, yes.
but then who knows what antitrust.
Yeah.
Even though Apple doesn't do much content.
Yeah.
Well, props to them. Have either of you guys watched it at all?
No.
Me neither. I signed up.
Okay.
It's on my Apple TV. I clicked it a few times.
I haven't clicked it yet. I got a lot of content to catch up on.
Okay. All right, let's talk about this. We talked a lot about CBD. We talked about it with Ilana. We've tried a bunch of CBD stuff on the show. This is a bit of a curveball. It turns out CBD might have potential harms that we've never heard about.
Yeah, FDA came out with a number of questions saying that there are real risks that need to be considered regarding CBD. I think their main point is there's not enough data, but there are things. So they're saying can cause liver injury when taken with other drugs and alcohol. I mean, that's like most things.
Yeah.
You drink
That's
a
like
lot.
Tylenol. Too.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I think they're just going out making a blanket statement, pretty much saying we don't have enough data.
Got it.
We're not going to sit there and tell you this stuff is 100% safe.
Got
Yeah,
it.
because this is the first time that CBD has been, at least it'll be documented at scale.
Yeah.
Who's consumed it,
Yeah.
and then you can actually tie back into the effects because it's all been black market until.
And this is all
Yeah.
ingested CBD versus
Yeah.
like creams and stuff that got the warning. And I also think it's another case where, you know how like the jewel pods that were causing illnesses or people getting cancer are like the black market pods, right?
Yeah.
There's all these people that are claiming CBD that are probably just putting junk in there.
Big time.
And I'm sure that's causing this like ripple effect where people are buying like bullshit ass CBD products.
Yeah, I don't think there's consistency in product.
No, not at all. Okay, well, be careful. You know, if
Yeah.
you're just trying to chill out,
Yep.
make sure you don't destroy your liver.
Yes, please don't.
Let's take a dip real quick into. I want to talk about a couple social media things. Number one, did you guys see this video of Mark McGrath breaking up with a dude for some girl on Cameo?
I love it.
Okay, so
First of all, Mark McGrath looks like he's doing a lot of plastic surgery.
what's this thing called? Smash Mouth? Sugar Ray?
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray. Okay, I always confused the two.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mark Math, legendary singer from Sugar Ray. There's this app called Cameo. If everyone's not familiar with it, it's essentially you can pay celebrities whatever their fee is, but usually like less than $50, to give you a shout out. I did it for a little bit, like a year ago. It felt too weird, too thirsty. I stopped. But people write, they ask you to say something, they pay your fee. And
I love this business. I think it's phenomenal.
yeah, okay.
Because I'll tell
They
you
don't
why.
raised
disagree.
50 million.
What?
They raised 50 million.
And I think the beauty of it is when they first, okay, there's been a lot of people that have said, oh, we're going to get celebrities to sing you happy birthday or whatever, right? The thing is they pushed all these different ways to use it. Right? So it's like this woman used it to break up with someone. Anand's friends used it to like for fantasy football draft day
Yeah.
or something.
It's been used in my fantasy football to fuck with other people in the league. Like we had Gilbert Gottfried do a read.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good.
So
I
it's
was
like-
going to do it for Reckless 10 year. I was going to have a bunch of weird, like Caitlyn Jenner wish us
Yeah.
congratulations.
That's what I'm saying. It's like there are fun ways to utilize it
Yep.
that I think people didn't think about, and that Cameo maybe just by accident stumbled into this world of like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if so-and-so did this?
Yeah.
And I think people are just eating it up. Like, I'm sure like people are going to getting happy Thanksgiving fucking messages from like weird
McGrath
celebrities.
got $100 for that, and it went viral.
Yeah.
So it's great marketing.
Now
for
everyone's
Cameo.
going to get who's breaking up with their chick this weekend or breaking up with their dude. I'm going to get Mark McGrath to break up with my girl.
yeah, yeah.
Who are you going to get when you say you're quitting? Who's going to do it for you?
Peach is going to get someone good for that.
I'll definitely get somebody good.
There's a lot of those
Yeah.
on there. I think that one
should
thing
get
that I
Chad
wish
Nutter.
they could do.
He said he's going to Bali.
I wish they could make it easier to discover, like not hope that one goes viral,
Yeah.
but easier to watch, like
Other
here's the
people's.
highlights of the week.
Yeah.
And like you go through and like, wow, this girl asked blah, 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 here's the response.
Yeah.
Like do something like that. Because
Yeah.
the only thing I don't like is it's very like the consumer to the celebrity and back.
Very
and
salesy.
Unless someone catches it,
Yeah.
it doesn't have a chance. But
And their investors are Kleiner Perkins and Lightspeed Ventures, who are two serious VC firms. So
I like
there's
it.
like real, I think, thought behind the business. It's not just some.
I don't think it is
fad.
real thought, but I think they got lucky.
Maybe they got lucky, but
I think
don't
they
even
were
know that they
thinking
got-
about getting shout outs, and then all of a sudden people were actually using it for everything else.
yeah.
And I don't even know that they've gotten lucky yet, but I think they've had these moments that look like this Mark McGrath thing going viral is like, oh, there's something here. But
Yeah.
day to day, I'm curious what's really going on.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a lot of like, what's up, Jim?
Yeah.
Just wanted to say you're a bitch.
Yeah.
This is sent from Todd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Because
the-
all of my things were so stupid.
My experience with it is the newness
Sorry
weighs
to anyone who's listening.
the newness wears off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like the first time in like one of my chats, someone did it. It was just like shocking and it was really funny.
Yeah.
And then the second and third time, you're just like, ah, okay.
Yeah. And
But here's the
also,
thing.
to the celebrity, it just feels very like you're a
Hoary.
stripper. Yeah. It
Yeah.
just feels like, hey man, can you tell my friend to fuck off? And like, here's $20. Yeah. And you have like Gilbert Godfrey in his living room, like, hey, it's me. You know what I mean? But anyway, the point is, this guy, Mark McGrath, he did this really long one
Yeah.
and said, hey, the long distance relationship isn't working. Sorry, man. Keep your head up. I know how it goes. Back when I was touring and I was on the road, me and my wife had trouble. Keep your head up, bud. Like, it was like so long and thoughtful.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you think it was a hoax is this fake breakup?
I mean, if it was, it's genius. They should be coming up with things like this all the time. People quitting their jobs. People.
I think if it was a hoax, you'd be. It wouldn't be Mark
No.
McGrath.
Sorry. Whoever paid for it was a hoax. Let's see if we can make this go viral.
No, I think
like
it's
I could
real.
see Taylor coming up with some crazy shit.
Yeah, but-
we should do it for the newsletter.
we should just get crazy shout outs.
Let's do it and put it in the newsletter and say,
Yeah.
hey, thanks for subscribing. This is fucking Danny DeVito.
Well, I was thinking about, there's a lot of celebrities on there, and I was thinking about just having them say like, Feet has the softest and best hoodies in the world. I love them. And then getting like a celebrity endorsements from whoever big celebrity.
But they say you can't use them in ads, certain
Oh,
people. I've looked through it because I thought about that as well.
interesting.
But a lot of people ask me to do that, and that's just one I would never do. But I think some people will just do it.
Yeah.
Like you could use it organically
Should
on
we
social.
put the group chat crew on Cameo? See if anyone pays us to say anything.
You'll get a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get some side
Yeah.
dollars. But then we're going to sit up here like idiots, be like, okay, no, you go. No, hold on. Hey, what's up, Jim? Happy birthday. Anyway, but whatever. These moments for the app are really cool.
Yep.
And I will say one other thing. When I stopped using it, they have nonstop, like, text, because your number's tied in, text, emailed. Like, they're very adamant about keeping you on the platform.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then also I want to talk about my favorite app, biggest emerging phenomenon in all of social media in the last 10 years, TikTok.
Yes.
We have a story here about a little bit of the dark side of TikTok. Mm-hmm. So a 17-year-old in China apparently posted about these detention camps in China on TikTok. And I would say in the no shit moment of the week, his account is suspended. I'm surprised that his entire life isn't suspended.
Well, he's in New Jersey.
Still.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but,
it's a girl. Sorry.
It's a
But
girl.
in New
Feroza
Jersey.
Aziz. She's a 17 Muslim makeup girl on TikTok.
Yeah, got it. Sorry. So I'm surprised that she isn't missing. But whatever. She posted about China, and TikTok's like, they even told me today when I was doing this phone number thing, you can post your number on all the social media platforms. You can't post it on TikTok because their bullying thing is so tight that they just remove it right away.
So their argument, TikTok, is like, look, we're a place for entertainment. We're not here to be political and do whatever, which I actually think is the right approach. Obviously, it's Chinese and the China government enforces. That's the problem. But like, it's the same thing what they did with the NFL. As soon as they removed politics from the NFL and made it just about the sports again, NFL is booming. TikTok is taking advantage of like, you know what? We don't want your free speech fuckery on this platform. We want you to dance to rap songs,
Throw
and
cheese.
that's it.
Let me tell you something that exists on TikTok, though.
Yeah.
A weird, crazy world of Donald Trump 2020 like rap songs and super MAGA kids dancing to them and singing to them and Trump 2020, Trump 2020.
I know, but that's weird.
Yep. No way around it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that exists. It's a weird niche in TikTok.
Yeah.
Mega TikTok.
But I think the point being TikTok is doing a good job for the purposes of them, is they're not going to let it be anything but entertainment.
No, but I think that's what Drum is saying.
Well, they just don't. It's
no,
China.
it's nothing against China.
You think China's going to let you talk about their detention camps?
No, but I also think if it becomes like a place for people to spread political news in America, they're going to.
I don't think so. Like, I think if Andrew Yang started popping on TikTok, pushing his campaign, they're not going to say shit.
But
Cory
I think
Booker and all them, they're all over it.
I know, but they're using it in a fun way. Like, I've seen politicians on it, but they're like dancing to rap songs.
Yeah,
they're not giving policy on there.
I just think no matter what, we can't guess what their strategy is, but no matter what, they're not going to let anyone.
They're not going to let talk about
bad
China.
about
Yeah, I think that's great.
Hey,
That's a smart business move.
no comment.
Okay.
Okay, I want to be on the right side of history here and not dead.
No, I'm supporting. I stand with China. I stand silent.
So what do you have to say about your Muslim community with your Brown Friday?
Welcome.
Seems like
We have great deals in the Menlo Club and the Menlo House.
Seems like you're trying to stand with everyone here. Okay.
I stand with people when it's convenient.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, at least you know your platform.
Yeah.
Okay, since we're not doing any cameos, let's run some ads. If we got any ads, put them here. So Taylor's going to sub in.
So yeah,
Taylor, welcome back.
Yeah, and I think I was telling you this story earlier about Drew
Please do.
Bledsoe, and he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And
Yep.
he got injured and had to go one time, and some undrafted or really late in the draft, unknown person came in, and that person, his name was Tom Brady, and he filled in. And from that point again, Drew Bledsoe never played an NFL game, and Brady won a bunch of MVPs.
So D is Drew Bledsoe.
Yes,
I think
tell
in
that
Friday's
same story on Friday's podcast.
I did not.
Okay, good. Okay.
But we talked about you being Drew Bledsoe a little bit
Okay,
there.
sure. All right. Well, Tom, welcome to the pod.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations on the start of your career.
Thank you.
And let's get back into some news.
Sure, let's do it.
talk about Papa John.
Papa John.
Papa John's having a rough time. He did this interview. He was banned and canceled and all that stuff for some racist language. He recently did an interview trying to, I don't know, I guess maybe clear some things up and save his name. But it just kind of went viral because he was like super fat and sweaty looking and was talking about how much pizza he eats and how the current CEO is a crook and warning that a day of reckoning is coming, like trying to sound like a Batman villain. What do we think?
Yeah, so he said he ate 40 pizzas in the last 30 days of Papa John's to test the consistency.
So he was trying to say, like, this is how much I care about pizza?
This is how much I care about coming back, bringing Papa John's back to greatness.
That's a really weird flex.
And he was talking about how management's messed up and the company's being run poorly, and he got an unfair shake. I think he's also sold like $280 million worth of Papa John's stock.
Yep.
So he's obviously financially fine.
Yep.
But he looks like he's kind of gone off the deep end.
He sounds like a psycho.
He's definitely gone off the deep end.
In that interview, he sounds crazy.
The rest of the sentence is, I've had over 40 pizzas in 30 days, and it's not the same pizza. It's not the same product. As he's such a pizza connoisseur. He looks
This
like he just wants
guy.
to throw shakes. He's pissed.
He is a loser.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I don't know, whatever. It feels like a classic interview of someone going off the rails. But he seems like a loser, and whatever. The pizza's shitty anyway. Who cares?
He's rich. Tell him to just get out of there.
That too. Like, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
People just can't avoid the spotlight.
No, not even Papa John. Okay, Anand, I want to ask you about this one especially.
Yep.
There's this article in Wall Street Journal about Silicon Valley adjusting to their quote-unquote new reality.
Yep.
With all this money, it says $100 billion has kind of evaporated.
Right.
With all of these recent IPOs and all this stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
All these super high valuations and whatever. Clarify what the $100 billion is that's evaporated.
Yeah, so Wall Street Journal put out this article today saying that pretty much $100 billion in market cap has disappeared this year, and that's primarily from Uber, WeWork, Jewel, Lyft. Mm-hmm. So I think Uber's down $35 billion from peak. WeWork's down, I think, $39 billion from peak. Mm-hmm. Jewel's probably down another $20 billion from peak. So there you go. There's the 100, right? And Lyft is down $10 billion. So I think it's just like highlighting how quickly the tide can turn.
Yep.
And while there's still plenty of people that made money on all these companies, like early investors and early employees, the vast majority of the money has come in the last 2 to 3 years, and that's all underwater.
Yeah.
So It's much more fascinating how all these companies just seemed untouchable. If we talked about this last summer,
Yeah.
and now we're a year later and $100 billion and like market cap has disappeared, which is like a shocking number.
And what do you think this looks like on the ground? Like, do you think perks are just getting removed?
Yeah, I think
No more kombucha.
Yeah,
more
kombucha is
kombucha.
definitely being limited, but I also think it's just going to be really hard to attract talent at these specific companies.
Yeah.
Because the stock's not going to attract anyone, and they're all in cost-cutting mode, so you can't throw like crazy salaries either. I mean,
Yeah.
you can for, I guess, certain positions, but just overall, I'm just curious because none of these businesses have been figured out yet.
Yeah.
So the only way you're going to actually long-term be a successful company is if you continue to innovate, but they're not going to be able to attract the talent to innovate, which I think is like a real pickle.
Yeah.
All these like late stage / newly public companies that have like lost a lot of value. And it's just fascinating that how quickly it can turn. And then I think it's like an open lane for like smaller, younger companies that could come in and disrupt them because they're not going to be able to attract the talent that gets the incentive. So
Yeah.
it's fascinating.
Have we reached the peak of the backlash or the wake of the Google and Facebook, and you could be unprofitable and scale, then this happened and these companies can't be unprofitable? Like, is that no more investment in that? Is that done?
I think it's gonna matter from like I don't think in software it matters yet because software companies operate at 70% gross margins.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they're losing money, they have these like long contracts, and the friction for B2B software businesses for companies to change is really high.
Yep.
So I think software is fine, and I think there's gonna be a huge pile into like early stage software. But yeah, I think these tech enabled businesses like WeWork and Uber and that are on like pretty low margins, I don't think like they're going to continue. I mean, they probably still get continued funded, but like they're not going to have great outcomes.
Does this affect like the next Vice? Like, you know how even Vice was raising crazy money,
Right.
and then just raised into a hole? Do you think that like mentality of like, screw it, they're not profitable, but just raise, the salesman is the star? Like, do you think that hurts
Yeah, I think
that?
good investors are going to stay away from all those businesses.
Yeah. Okay.
And then more importantly, are Uber prices going up?
Yes. I mean, you could just use Uber now. It's so much more expensive than it was 6 months
And
ago.
do you think it's going to go up another 25%?
Yeah, easily. It
50%?
has to. Because they're forced to figure out how to get more profitable. Uber prices are going to go up. Uber's probably like the only company that potentially can just, ride sharing is going to exist. It's just how big it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're just going to gradually increase prices. Stickiness will gradually decline. It'll exist at there's going to be some like meeting point of those two things,
Yeah.
but
Are taxis coming back?
I don't know.
I wonder if taxi, like, man.
If Uber's 3 times as much because they can't live, then
Yeah.
if a taxi's
'Cause
half
there's
the
a-
price, I'd take a taxi.
There's a big gap between riding a bird around the city and like an expensive ass Uber.
I mean, birds are expensive now.
Yeah, they are. $3 to start.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So if you want to, that same a bird ride that was like $1.80 a year ago is like $4.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if you're two friends going a mile and a half, it's cheaper to Uber and split fare.
Yeah. But imagine, like, the conversation was it's almost cheaper, or there are ways for it to be cheaper, to just Uber everywhere in a city than to own a car.
Right.
But I think that's going
I think it's going to
Yeah.
slowly disappear. Yeah.
Good news for taxis.
Good news. They're coming
They
back.
should have been coming up with, if they just had an app this whole time.
Yeah.
And
I
just
don't
get
understand.
your taxi
How have they
quicker.
not made an app
Yeah, that's
for
so
taxis?
crazy. After all this time.
Because they
couldn't
already,
make it.
Uber, the big thing was they were trying to get drivers on there because they
Yeah.
need drivers. Taxis had the supply.
Yeah.
Just make an app. It's not that
It's
hard.
wild.
There's a company in Madison that has a taxi app.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Green Cab.
Look at Madison just leading the charge.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're also the first flight that is all Tesla in the United States.
The first what?
It's all Tesla flight of cabs.
What is that?
What are you saying?
All the cabs are Teslas?
All the cabs are
Oh,
Tesla.
cabs.
No, they
first
got that in
flight?
Dubai.
Fleet.
Okay. got
Okay.
it. Okay, thank you, Pete. There's Pete's fact of the week.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come back with some more when you get back from Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'll find
Round
out.
up some
Yeah,
facts.
take a
Oh,
Tesla
yeah, I'll
from the
just
airport.
scoop it all in.
Let's see you balling out in a
Yeah.
Tesla.
Why don't you take a Tesla
And just,
flight
invoice D?
and invoice D and
Yes.
post it on the group chat story?
Absolutely.
Okay. Another piece of bad news for Uber is they just completely lost their license in London. Is that accurate?
Yeah, so they're appealing it right now, so they can still operate in London right now, but it seems like the pressure is pretty strong there. And London's a unique city because the the cabs are like black cabs in London,
Yeah.
and those are actually extremely reliable. The drivers are really good. It's not like the version of a taxi driver in the U.S. That's like a known thing. The taxi drivers in London can recite the whole city very easily. They know every nook and cranny of the city, and it's a safe.
You have to pass a crazy test.
Yeah, it's like a reliable experience. And London has been warning Uber for years. And I know the current CEO is getting a lot of shit for this. Like, how did this happen under your watch? But a lot of these rules that were broken have been broken for a long time because Travis just went into cities and said, fuck you, I'm just launching Uber.
Yeah.
And London's
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And I think they're paying the price for that kind of style of entering cities. And then they're going to pay that price across the world. So while like it's like the genius of Travis that actually made it is also going to be what kind of comes back to when you have to rein it back in. And this current CEO is getting a ton of shit. This is the first time I've finally seen all these like, soapbox tech reporters calling for him to be fired. And is that fair? Is it not fair? Because he inherited a lot. How much of this was inherited versus how much of this could he have solved while taking the company public?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Uber in different countries. I have 2 Uber stories in the past couple months. One when I went to Cancun and I was there, and I guess Uber's not allowed to be there, but they are. But the taxi drivers don't want it there. So I got in an Uber in Cancun, and he said, you have to sit in front. And he was like telling me in Spanish, like, necesita like sentar, whatever. And I was like, okay, why? And I was like kind of talking to him. He's like, because we'll get beat up or jumped by the taxi drivers. Like if you have to sit in front so it looks like we're friends.
Right.
Because the taxi drivers beat up the Uber drivers here. Every single Uber I was in said that because the taxi drivers would give me dirty looks and like, you're going to scare me not to take Ubers. Then when I was
that actually happened to me in Barcelona. The Uber drivers are like, you're sitting in front and we have to pretend like we're homies.
Jeez.
And even when I was in Brazil too, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
Like Uber drivers get beat up.
And taxis in those countries are probably run by mobs.
Exactly. And then when I was in Dubai, which is like one of the safest places ever, I get outside my hotel. It's a nice hotel. Walk outside, and I asked the bellman, I was like, should I take an Uber or a taxi? Because I'm going 15 minutes away. And he was like, whatever, like do what you want. So I went outside. There's this taxi guy. There's one car outside of the hotel. And he's like, taxi? And I'm like, yeah, how much would it be to go here? And he was like, I think like 400, whatever. Dirham. Or whatever. It was like $50. I was like, $50 for a 15-minute ride? I'm going to check Uber. And he's like, no, this is better, believe me. I check Uber right in front of him. And on my Uber app, instead of it being $50, it was like $12. And I was like, look, it's like a fourth of the price on Uber. I'm just going to take an Uber. I called and he's like, no, don't, they won't come here, blah, blah, blah. I call the Uber app. I push it. He's standing there next to me. His phone dings.
No way.
And he was my Uber driver.
Oh my God.
So he cut his salary by...
I was like, dude, you're just trying to screw me. And he's like, Uber screws me. And I was like, all right,
Did you
dude.
get in his car?
So I got in the car with him. It was $12. Yeah, instead of 50.
Oh my God.
It was an awkward car ride, but it was just funny. He's like, no, Uber won't come here. And then I clicked it and his phone just dinged. I was like, ride for Taylor?
That's like a skit.
That's good.
Almost, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, last thing. Michael Bloomberg is apparently spending $35 million on TV ads.
Yeah.
So here it comes. The big dog's in town. He's got money to spend, and he's spending it.
Yeah. So he also gave a speech yesterday kind of announcing, it was like pretty much his formal announcement.
Mm-hmm.
It was so uninspiring.
He doesn't seem, yeah.
You need to be inspired. You need the characteristics to be
Yeah.
Trump. You got to out
I mean, just look at the last two presidents. You could agree or disagree with either of them. They were both charismatic, captivating personalities.
Yep.
Obama and Trump, they just went about it
and
differently.
then look at everyone else in the race, and they're just like, well, we think this should be the policy on this. It's just boring.
Yeah.
I would agree, though. There might be an appetite for that now. Because like
boring?
everyone's so fatigued by like political news. It's like if we could just have a stable, boring person in there.
Yeah.
Like who knows? For the first time in a long time, this strategy might actually work. So who knows? But I know who Anand's voting for.
Yeah.
Trump.
Okay,
deny
guys.
it.
That's it. What's
For
on
the
our
record.
newsletter, Taylor?
So Dee and I talked about when we first started.
Mm-hmm.
I had to hit a certain number of subscribers by month 3, or I don't have a job anymore. It's a 3-month trial.
Oh, wow.
And we're not there, unfortunately.
So we
So
might not see you after the holiday.
you might not see me.
Okay.
So if you're listening to this and you like the newsletter, if you heard it, if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Second of all, if you want me to get fired,
Don't share it.
Yeah, go. Let me rephrase this. Go sign up for the newsletter, group-chat.com. It's awesome. I talked about how honey was a scam yesterday. We talked about, I don't even remember, a couple days ago. We've had some fire ones recently, but we have to hit a certain number of subscribers, and if I don't get there, I'm fired, and I'm not going to be able to sub in on the podcast. You're going to have Pete in here filling in instead of me because I'm not going to be here, and that's going to be horrible. So
You don't want that.
I will say, if you're getting fired, you're going out with a bang with some guest appearances.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
this
might
is your
stick
last
around
week.
just for the appearances.
Yeah. Okay.
But go
well,
to
listen.
group-chat.com. We have to hit a certain number. It's honestly awesome. It's entertaining. It's educating. I'm not just saying that. Pete could vouch for me. I'm sure Drum and Anand won't. But Pete, the newsletter's awesome, right?
Yeah, it's probably the best one I've ever read because it's the only one I've ever read.
Beautiful.
So.
That's what I like to hear.
That's so
Pete can
awesome.
read.
Listen,
I just learned that.
Yeah, me too.
Pete's second fact of the day. Pete can read.
Hey,
So
Can't talk
hashtag
shit.
save Taylor.
I at least finished college.
Shots fired. Let's go, Pete.
I would say in 2019 that makes you dumber than me.
Yeah, it really is at this
pretty
point.
good.
Okay,
much value.
that's it. So subscribe to the newsletter, group-chat.com, and make sure you send, if you have any questions that you want to get featured on our Instagram feed, groupchatquestions@gmail.com. Just record a little selfie video, send those over. We'll answer it. We'll post it on our feed, highlight your question. That's it. I hope everyone has an amazing Thanksgiving. I want to hear everyone's stories about their awkward conversations
Yes.
at dinner today. I want to know, is Thanksgiving dead? Is it canceled? Is Friendsgiving replacing it? Does Gen Z give a shit about family? What's Aunt Betty going to do in the future? I want to know all of it. So hit us up at Group Chat Pod on Instagram. Let us know what you think. Make sure you text in to my little text thing. I'm going to start a group chat
Yeah.
family on there. That's it.
I texted you.
Yeah, I texted you too. You got two texts.
Look at my list is growing.
Yeah, it's big.
Okay, good. All right.
Great
All right.
demo.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble, gobble.